They are back, and I can't wait to hop into the attacks. But I cleared my map about 19 hours ago, and I've only had four player bases spawn, so we don't have that many attacks to do. But we do have a couple of resource bases we can attack as well. But the Rainmakers, I love them. You love them. They're super overpowered, and we're gonna hop into it. But we do have to get our creator code Cosmic plugged in for the week. Oh my gosh, I always hit X instead of C. I can never get it typed the first time, but make sure you guys get it plugged in if you're going to buy some instant training or spend some diamonds. Helps us out tons, but let's waste no more time and hop into the battles. So the Rainmakers, they are just so good. However, bases like these, you can get into a little bit of trouble because there's just so many defenses up front, and the Rainmakers can't get the separation they really need. But what we're going to do, we're going to get box critters down, private bullet, and the rest of our troops down. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough for another shock for the grappler, so we're just going to have to use a smoke and hope our Rainmakers can get enough energy. We don't want to lose too many to that grappler, and now we already have another one to worry about. So like I said, this is where we get into a bit of trouble. I might have boosted another GBE statue if I knew this base was going to be right away. A base like this, but I think this is like a defending Hammerman layout, just because all the defenses are clumped together, and I probably could have done something about that, spend energy and take some out, but I did not think of that in the moment. But now that the grapplers are gone, we should be good. Rainmakers, they're just so good, and what I'm about to say might be a little bit controversial, but I actually believe it. I think Lasertrons are a bit better than Rainmakers. That's just because Rainmakers do so much damage in groups. When they target the same thing, a lot of their bullets and damage go to waste and just fall onto the ground. Like right there, you can just see a bunch going for buildings that are already down. But with the Lasertron, when it like tries to zap, it still hits the buildings behind. So I think it's better in that regard, but it is darn close. And when they first released the Lasertrons and Rainmakers by far, but then they redid them, and I think I would choose Lasertrons over Rainmakers when it comes to which one is more solid in the attack. But I also have more fun doing Rainmakers, so I don't know what the point of me explaining that was. But this first attack, we actually ran into some issues, and we might lose another Rainmaker. Wow. I'm a bit surprised it was that difficult. I knew having all the defenses up front there would be a bit challenging, but not that challenging. Just admiring. Got that legendary Warships trophy. Good for you, man. Looks pretty cool, the all-purple stuff. But now we move on to hopefully a bit easier base, but it's also fun to attack the challenging ones. But this one has no loot. There we go. So I've learned grapplers and doom cannons are Rainmaker's worst enemy when it comes to this. So anytime we run into a grappler, I get a bit nervous. That's what, like with every strat I use, but especially with the Rainmakers, since they get taken, and then as soon as they get taken, they essentially die because they aren't the tankiest thing. So a lot of their tankiness is from being able to stay back so far, I guess. But yeah, this base practically free at this point. The Rainmakers did a great job clearing it out, and now we can just throw a flare onto the HQ. And shout out Private Bullet, you are absorbing all this single target stuff my Rainmakers would have had to eat. When I was clearing my map yesterday, I was using second wind for some reason. There we go. We got a field capacitor with that. I always love to see. I've been spending quite a few proto parts, but now, do I only have 3? Oh no, we had 4. For some reason I thought I only had 3, but I see that level 61 trying to sneak by there. Just because you're a lower level does not mean I will not attack you. Let's get our troops placed down, and this should be a routine attack. When it comes to the Rainmaker damage, like going against the lower level buildings, like it doesn't really matter because they still do like they can still like take out defenses with just like one firing, even like max level ones. But just getting the extra damage out on the lower level buildings here, and we've already destroyed this base. Let's speed it up, try and get some damage done on the HQ. Actually, it might have been quicker if I threw shocks onto the shock launchers, but actually no. They were hitting private bullet. Down goes the level 61, and shoot. Now I only got one more base to attack, but like I said, we'll do the resource bases, even if I'll lose them in a couple seconds. I haven't attacked my resource bases in like a month and a half, and I think I only have 2 outstanding right here. Yep. You hate to see it. Trading and upgrading resource base is very fun, but when it's only like 1 or 2, you get sick of it after a while. It doesn't keep the attacks fresh, and it gets hard. I know one of the resource bases, there is no way I'm gonna be able to take it out. Maybe there's a little chance, but whew, it's just the one you'll see. It's got like a ton of boom cannon, and like all the spaces are filled out, and then rocket launchers too. And I know rocket launchers not going to do a lot of damage to the Rainmakers, but in the masses that the rocket launchers are, it's going to have an effect. But for this attack, we got a couple shield generators. We got 3 shield generators to worry about. That's just like wasting the time though, because Rainmakers, they're OP, so they just take out the whole base, and then it's you're attacking the HQ, and it's got the shield generators, but it's just like a time waster. Like, but the Rainmakers should be able to plow through it. And now our bullet almost died. I think a boom cannon might try and fire on a Rainmaker here. Could it not see it? Was that out of range? Interesting. But now let's try and speed this up. Throw 3 barrages and an artillery. That should take out one of the shield generators. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh my gosh. Extra artillery. Alright, so we're going to get 1 down. That'll help out a bit. And then about half on the shield generators. We got some wanderers over here. That is the right move, because they are going to go for this shield generator over here. And we might be able to artillery down this one. Let's see. I think I only got 4 or 5. Nope, not even close. But they'll get that one. And then we got some Rainmakers helping out the cause over here. But this is what I mean by the wasted time. It's like by the time you got to the shield generators, all the defenses were already... Once you get to the HQ, like, there's no defenses behind that could like snipe and take out the Rainmakers. So it's just a waste of time. It's like adding extra... You would have been better off with the damage amplifier or something. But we're able to take out Gorilla. And now, sadly, we got to move on to the resource bases. Alright, we'll start off with the easier one here. I think this is the easier one. Okay. This one is not the difficult one I was expecting, but it does have a lot of rocket launchers. We should be able to get through it, though, hopefully. Let's get Bullet down, let him walk up a bit, and then we'll get our Rainmakers down, and hopefully it doesn't cause too much trouble. I see them starting to hit the Rainmakers. I'm going to get our first shock onto the rocket launchers, and the other ones are targeting Bullet. That is what we want to see, but Bullet is also taking a lot of heat here. We're going to get 2 more shocks out onto some boom cannons, and this is where it's going downhill. This is where it's going downhill. The rocket launch. This is probably the harder one for this attack strat. Oh my gosh, the Rainmakers. They are getting destroyed. Get an energy drink out in the nick of time. But that's not even going to let him survive that much longer. Actually, it might. There's not... we got another energy drink. That's what we want to see. And we haven't lost a Rainmaker yet. So we lost our traction on this attack for a half second. I was sweating a little bit, but we got through the brunt of it. We're able to get the rocket launchers, which were subtly pounding my Rainmakers. But we didn't lose a single Rainmaker. I think the med kits came in clutch or something. But now we can just flare into the outpost. The Rainmakers will outrange. And down goes the first resource base. There it goes. And we don't have to go back and retrain our troops. We got a good amount of iron from that. Wow, 100,000? I'll take it. But this over here, whew, I hope we're going to be able to take it out. All right. My memory of it is less scary than, or was more scary than this actually is, but I still think we might fail. So we're going to get Bullet down again. We're going to get our Rainmakers. And this is where it goes downhill. Let's get a shock out onto the boom cannons. And we already lost a Rainmaker to a stray boom cannon to the right there. And Bullet's almost dead already. We got another energy drink just in the nick of time, which stinks because I had most of the boom cannons shocked. You hate to see that. And now all of our Rainmakers are clumped up. I probably should have spread them out a bit more. We're definitely losing Bullet. Yep, this attack's going down the drain. It's going down the drain. How do I remedy this? Is there any way our Rainmakers can... No? Okay. When I was saying that, a ton of them died. So I'm not going to be able to take it out with the Rainmakers. That wasn't even remotely close. Alright, so I was right. This was the more difficult one. But when I initially saw it, there wasn't as many rocket launchers and boom cannons as I was expecting. But clearly that did not matter. And the one downside of Rainmakers cost 1,500,000 gold to retrain. Absurd. Absurd. That is very expensive. But somehow we can get an upgrade. We'll get a wood storage. I don't have... I'm going to lose the loot by the time I get an adequate amount of bases. 15% resource reward. We're going for a higher GBE one, so we're just going to get rid of that. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Let me know how your Rainmaker experience is going. I know for some of you this is your first time. Hope you're enjoying it. I know they're expensive to place down and all that, but it's so worth it. But we'll see you in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye-bye.